I heard you talking to Denny Sands and some other people how clear Chabonneau Lake was in the spring and early part of the year. And now we came out, like you were saying right off the bat, boy, it's a lot darker.
Right, and we came to our first spot. We took our first readings up at the launch, and we have about 3 foot of visibility at the launch. Now this is the Secchi Disk. We covered this a little bit when we were crappie fishing.
Right.
This is a tool that you can use, and to make the odds or to better your odds to contact fish, you want to fish in the cleanest water possible, and this is a tool to use to find that out. We took a measurement at the launch, and we had about 3 foot of visibility. And we came around a turn here, and we noticed that it got a little cloudier, so we're going to take a reading, and then we can compare and see how stained the water is.
Sure.
And that way, you know, if it's too muddy here and it's too hard to fish, we can try another area with a little bit cleaner water, making it easier for us and the fish to see our presentations.
Great. Okay, let's see. If you just drop it down in there, it looks like.
Right.
Okay, you can still see the disc, because that's kind of you're very...
Right, you want to be able to see that outline of it. Now, somewhere right around the 2.5 foot level, she's going to get to where you can't see it.
Pretty.
So we've lost a half a foot to a foot of visibility. So we know that they've gotten some rain out here. So maybe that the silt has come in from the rains.
Yeah.
Now that is kind of offsetting factors there. You might have reoxygenated water. You might have some things that have washed, nutrients that have washed into the creek area that maybe the bait fish have moved up here. Maybe the predator fish will follow. It's still a worthwhile venture to go up and fish it. That's the best indicator to find out if the fish are there is to actually fish it.
That's a good point.
But this is something to kind of help. If you don't contact fish, this is something that, well, you can find out, you know, why maybe they weren't there is that the water clarity wasn't conducive for them to be there.
Yeah, they can't see anything to go after either, you know.
Right, it makes it hard for them to pursue their food. Right. So they're going to be somewhere where it's a lot, bulk of the fish, they're lazy.
Right.
And they're opportunistic.
Well, they're going to hit when it comes by.
Right, they're opportunistic feeders, and they're going to be somewhere where it's a lot easier to eat. Why work, you know, expend so much energy to eat that eating, they're not really gaining any. They want to eat and then relax and digest their food. If they have to constantly work to catch food just to eat and just to sustain themselves, that's too much work for them.
Yeah. Well, the visual on this too would give us an idea what the fish can see too. So if we're
right, and you've got an idea now with this. If they have a strike zone, is very.
Exactly,
I think they see something like 4 to 5 times better than we do. Well, if you're in 8 foot of visibility with your Secchi Disk, and then you reduce that down to 2 foot of visibility. Right. Well, you need to slow down your presentations because they're not going to be able to see a spinnerbait or see a crankbait. It's by the time they can detect it by vibration or sight, it's already out of their strike zone. So a jig and a pig, maybe a plastic worm, something a little bit slower, so that gives them a chance to find it, locate it, and eat it.
A darker water, you know, a little slower presentation.
Right, it's just
a little brighter colors, perhaps.
Right,
you know.
Right. So it's just something we use to help eliminate dead water.
And that's what we're doing. No dead water today, nothing but fish.